Hi, so this video we're going to look at the outline assignment for the exemplification essay. Now I'm just going to let you know that actually these instructions will go for every outline that we do of our essays. Some of the components might differ a bit when we get to the last paper, but most of these things will be the same. So let's look at the first part of the instructions. It tells you to choose a prompt from the exemplification essay instructions handout and then select a pre-writing technique to generate ideas. It's very important that you only write in response to one of the prompts that I provide you for the essay. If you don't, then you will run the risk of getting a 0 because you didn't actually do what I asked you to do. So again, choose one of those things and then start getting your ideas down by pre-writing. Then you're going to start creating the outline. This is going to be structured and you have to follow the template that I provided exactly. So one of the links you're going to see is just to a docx file, a Word file that'll open up, and the entire outline is laid out for you. You just have to put your content in there, put your name and all of that stuff, right? If you choose to create it yourself, again, just look at what it says and make sure that you're doing it exactly as I've given you. Don't add labels if I don't ask you to label. Don't delete stuff that I've asked you to keep there, right? That's how you're going to get all the points. So your heading will be your standard MLA heading. In the upper left side of your paper, you're going to put your name followed by Professor Kelly McBride, and it must be Professor Kelly McBride. Our class is ENG 1113 dot, whatever your section number is. And then the last line will be the date that the assignment is due. And it must be in day, month, year order. On the 5th line of your document, you're going to give me your title of your essay followed by the word outline. So here, whatever is in those square brackets, just basically take the brackets out but replace with your title. So if your title is Vacationing in Bangkok, then it's a Vacationing Bangkok outline, right? Essay 1 is not a title, it is a description. So again, it's a working title. It doesn't have to be genius, just put something there that reflects what you're writing about. The body of your outline has these components. It starts with your audience statement, then the purpose statement, your thesis, 3 topic sentences, and your conclusion statement. And I want it to be bulleted just like this. I want you to maintain the label. And then, so all you're doing is after the colon, you're hitting a space, and then you're typing your sentence or sentences, depending on what component you're writing. All right. So basic instructions, complete your sentences. Fragments will get you points taken off. So again, everything must be in standard academic English, edited, revised, whatever, right? So again, I don't want to see any errors. I want you to do your best writing possible. Grading is based primarily on how well you follow the instructions. It's not necessarily the quality of your initial ideas. Now, that doesn't mean I want a bunch of junk, but this is your preliminary outline. I'm not going to expect it to be perfect, and you shouldn't worry about, oh, this isn't the best idea, or oh, this is kind of risky, maybe I ought to play it safe. Give me what you think is what I'm asking for. The only thing that you need to worry about is, 1, if it doesn't match one of the prompts that I've asked you to write about. 2, if it doesn't include particular elements that have to be there. 3, if it isn't a complete sentence, and 4, if it isn't done in the right format, and 5, if there are a lot of errors, grammar mistakes, things like that. So what do I mean by audience? So this is where I want you just basically in a sentence or 2, give me who you think your ideal audience is. You can consider their background knowledge, interest, and potential perspectives. I've already provided you with several videos or handouts or PowerPoints that talk about audience. So you can look there at any of those. You can look in your textbook to get a better idea of what audience is. So you can see from the example, my target audience is college students interested in impact of social media on mental health, right? Now, again, all of this text is in the assignment outline handout, by the way. I haven't created anything here, so these examples are there too, so you can always look at that. Purpose, explain in 1 to 2 sentences why you chose this topic. What do you hope to achieve with the essay? Please know this is not about what you want the reader to understand. That's a different part of this assignment. Here, this is what is motivating you. Why do you care about this? Your thesis, again, is one sentence only that communicates the main idea of your essay. It has to have a subject followed by a predicate that shows an attitude or action, and then 3 primary support points. It has to clearly respond to one of the essay instruction prompts, and here is an example of one of those, one thesis. You can also look on the essay instruction handout. I've given you an example thesis for every single prompt that's actually a really well-developed thesis. Your thesis does not have to be as long as those are, but it just kind of shows you the top level kind of thesis writing that you can do here. Your topic sentences, you're going to have 3 of them. Again, they all have to be a complete sentence, and they must reflect one of those 3 primary support points that's in your thesis statement. The conclusion, this is where you talk about what you want from your audience, right? So what do you want them to understand, see? What do you want them to do? How do you want them to change? This is where you let me know what basically that so what factor is, right? So that's 1-2 sentences max. This is an example of what your outline should look like. This is provided for you in Brightspace. So you can see up here is the standard heading. Here is the title with the word outline. Here is the audience statement. Notice they have maintained that structure. I think actually on one of the slides it said bulleted points, but I think I actually have you having the numbered points instead of bulleted points. I'm not that picky about whether it's a number or a bullet, just as long as it has some kind of bulleting. Right, so you can see these are all complete sentences. This should only take 1 page, but if it does go to a second page, you would need to put page numbers on it. But again, this shouldn't actually be longer than 1 page because most of these things are actually no more than 2 sentences long. Number 3, 4, 5, and 6 should be 1 sentence long only. 1, 2, and 7 can be anywhere from 1 to 2 sentences. So when you're done, you're going to submit this in Brightspace. You're going to upload it to the Exemplification Outline folder under Assignments. There's a link to that in the Week 2 module. And I will give you feedback very, very quickly because this essay is due the 3rd of June. So remember, everything is double time. So actually, I've given you, if you don't start until Monday on this, I've given you the equivalent of a week pretty much to get it done. But it's not a whole lot of actual time. It's only technical time that you get all that time. So you got to really make sure you get in there and do this. This is a 10-point assignment. It's very low points, but that doesn't mean that it's not important. This is the only chance you have to show me the ideas for your essay before I see the final draft. So you need to make sure this is the best you have possible. Okay, I hope that helped. Email me if you got a question. I'll see you in the next video.